Projected to go probably before when Toronto picks in theory. So, I mean, you really didn't have to come up here. Why did you decide to work out with the Raptors?
Well, with those projections, you never know what may happen. A team might not necessarily like you that much, or you never know what may go wrong. So, I just want to come here just in case I, did come, fall to that position. Make sure Toronto was comfortable with picking me. Make sure I worked out for them. Make sure I didn't leave any doubts in their mind. So that's why I came to Toronto, and it's a great place. I wouldn't mind being here. A lovely city, lovely fans. So that's why.
Is this your first time in the city?
My first time in Toronto, but I've been to Canada before this summer. My team had a tournament, I guess, preseason tournament in Windsor in that area. So I've been to Canada before.
What do you like about this team?
It's a young team that continues to grow. I know DeMar a little bit, and the coaching staff, they seem pretty good guys, and just a team that seems like they want to get better.
As a competitor, I mean, I'm sure you want to take on anyone who wants to try you, but sometimes in the draft process, maybe that's not always the wisest move. How do you manage that?
Well, my main thing is, that's why you hire agents. Listen to what the agent tells you, and just trust him, and see what he says to do. And like you said, I'm not scared to work out against anybody. I'm a competitor, but sometimes with scheduling and stuff like that, and listening to your agent and what he tells you to do, it's not always about being a competitor. It's always sometimes about being strategic.
Is it weird to go from a process in college where it's on you and you're determining everything on the floor to this process where agents and teams are really?
It's a little bit weird, but I've never been in the process before, so it's not something that I have expertise on. So like I said, I'm just getting advice and listening to other people around me.
You've been an impact player everywhere you've played up until now. Now going into the NBA, do you feel you can be that guy first year?
Definitely.
Is it a learning process?
Well, I'm sure it's going to be a learning process. I can't say, that I'm going to come in and be able to change this team around immediately, or any team that is. But that's definitely going to be one of my goals. Like you said, to come in and be an impact. I think that's what any player wants to be able to do. And I think that's when I'm successful. I'm being successful when I can impact the team and get guys to, come with me and lead them to, be better.
You think of the challenges of doing it in the NBA?
Yeah, exactly. It's the highest level to do it on, and I've been able to do that on every level, and my aspiration is to do it on the NBA level.
Who is your agent, and did you sit down with him and kind of map out a strategy?
Arn Tellem is my agent, and the most mapping out of strategies that I've done is just where I'm going and what I'm at. That's about it.
You played for Coach Cal. He's had some pretty high, notoriety players pass through this process. So what kind of advice did he give you before you got on your first plane and head out to your workout?
Just to do what I do best, and that's work hard. Wherever I go, I work hard, 110% effort, and just to be myself. I'm a smart guy, intelligent guy. So don't change anything that I've been doing the past 10 years. That's what's made me who I am today. So that's the advice that he's really given me.
Did you do anything specific prior to leaving for the workouts, working out with any special trainers, touching up your three-point shooting?
Same stuff that I've been doing, just in the gym, working on explosiveness and stuff like that, getting quicker, just, working on my body, stuff like that.
Do you have any mentors who are in the league now or anyone that you go to for advice through this?
I talked to Keon Doolin a little bit. He's been in the league going on 11 years, and he's from the same area that I'm from. So just talked to him a little bit. And that's probably the main NBA guy that I talked to.
Did you, Sacramento was a solo workout, right?
Yeah.
And then this one was different. Did you have anything to do with that? The fact that you actually had someone on the floor with you, or did your agent all of a sudden change his mind?
What do you mean?
Well, you got someone, like Sacramento, nobody on the floor with you, right?
Yeah.
And then here you got Isaiah with you.
Like I said, I couldn't tell you where that came from. Most I can do is show up and do what I do best. So.
Yeah. Is it preferable to you, though, to have somebody out there with you?
It doesn't matter to me. As long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, I can beat people on the court, I can be by myself. It doesn't really matter.
How did you feel you did in the workout today?
I thought I did good. Shot the ball pretty well. Dribbled pretty well. Did ball handling. Passed the ball well. I think I did pretty good.
Is that one of the biggest things that you feel you have to show, just the range that you have from your shot?
They definitely want to see how you shoot the NBA three. If it's something that you do easily, or if you struggle with it. So I think it's definitely something important that you need to work on. In this process.
What do you think is more important, the interview process or these workouts?
I think they're both pretty important. I think they pay a lot of attention to the interviews and type of character that you are. Maybe basketball maybe weighs a little bit more, obviously, because it's what you do. But I think, if you're not a good guy, that could possibly drop you a couple spots, a character issue. So I think the interview is a very important process.
What factors went into your decision to play in the first place?
Just like a lot of people were saying, the projections. Certain teams saying that they would take me if I was in the top 10, and if they had that pick. So, just that, along with talking to my coach, talking to my family, knowing that it's a once in a lifetime thing. It might not be the same way next year. We might not do as well as a team. I might not get better as a player, even though I think I would. But you never know what may happen. Injuries. So.
Are you leaving with any feel of unfinished business in college? I mean, losing in the Final Four?
Obviously, you want to win a national championship, but, our team got better throughout the season. My main goal was to obviously win a national championship and get better. I wish I could go back to school and, show that, that we could win it. And, like I said, we had a great run. I'm not completely satisfied, but we did the best that we could do, which was, go from a team that people were saying was top 15 to a team that made it to a Final Four.
It's new challenges, right?
Yeah.
Do you pay attention to what people are saying in mock drafts? Like, how do you stay away from that?
Just not focusing on it, mock drafts are, I'm not really sure what they are, but why people do them. But definitely it gets a lot of readers going, it's what the media does. But, as a player, it's something that I don't focus on. You never know what may happen. The draft is a crazy process, so I'm not sure how accurate they are, but I can't focus on that as a player.
What about your friends and your family? Do you have to tell them, don't tell me, I don't want to know, or do they?
They know better than to come to me with, what people are saying about me. I like to hear bad stuff sometimes because it's motivation, but my family is not really, they may talk amongst each other, but when it comes to what people are saying, they don't really come to me with it. They let me do what I do, and that's focus on basketball. That's it.
Are there any NBA players who model your game?
I watch a lot of guys, especially a group of guys in Miami. So I've always watched a lot of Dwayne Wade, Tim Hardaway. I watched a lot of him also growing up. So guys like that. And now CP3. Just, different guys around the league that do certain things well. I like to, incorporate into my game.
Do you still feel that you're learning the point guard position, obviously?
Definitely,
young,
yeah. I'm definitely very, very young and still learning. It's going to take a while to, master it and get comfortable with it, but it's an ongoing process that I feel I'm getting better at.
Just following up on that, sort of made a big transition from more of a scoring guard role in high school to more of a pure point role. Is that tough to do, sort of?
Not really. In the beginning it was tough, but, with repetition, with more practice, we're seeing certain scenarios over and over again in practice. It became a lot easier towards the end of the season.
You say Coach Cal's hard on point guards. What's the hardest day you ever had?
Hardest day I ever had, probably too many turnovers off simple stuff, and just him continually getting on you, saying crazy stuff just to get you going. But he's just to, play mind games with you. But me just trying to tune it out, listen to the good stuff, let the bad stuff go. But that's how Coach is, a great guy. But he's definitely just going to try to push your buttons on a certain day. He just might pick a certain day just to push your buttons, see how you react.
Have you ever got the reaction he was looking for?
I'm not sure, like I said, I was pretty much mellow the whole time, just try to listen. As a freshman, everybody pouts once in a while once you got a new coach that's continually getting on you. You go through that phase of pouting. But once you see it, he does it to everybody, you kind of get used to it.
You obviously have no control over this. Does it strange coming into a place that has no head coach yet?
Not really. I mean, like I said, the most I can do is just focus on the basketball. I can't focus on where the head coach is at, who it might be, because I don't even know if I might be here.
Yeah.
So the main thing for me is just making sure I have a great workout, carry myself the right way, and do the right things.
When you do the interview portion with the teams, are they usually the same sort of questions, or is it different depending on who you're talking to?
I think it's different depending on the team it is. Certain teams might try to ask certain type of questions. So I think there's a wide variety. It might be the same sort of questions just because they're trying to get to know you. But certain teams might try to focus on a certain area more than other teams.
What do you recall about the Toronto game?
I had a great time. I connected with the coaches. It wasn't just them asking me questions. It was more of a conversation, more of us going back and forth, asking each other questions. So
Is that rare?
sometimes it can just be them drilling you, asking you questions. Sometimes they try to give you a mean face just to see how you react. But the Toronto group was polite, smiled at me, and like I said, we had good conversation.
Any specific areas of your game that you're looking to work on?
Just definitely become more physical as far as the stronger guys in the league, stronger point guards, and just being prepared for 82-game season. If it comes to that, and just being ready for the rigors of the game.
Do you feel that you're ready to start in the NBA in your first year?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if a guy would tell you I'm not ready. I think that's kind of why I put my name into the draft, so that I can see where I'm at, and I think I am ready, capable.
How important is it for a young guy to have an older point guard on a team to mentor to help you along?
It's definitely, I think, somewhat important, just having an older guy there, walking you through things. Sometimes if you don't have an older guy there, you're just thrown right into the fire, and you might not have that help. But guys with an older veteran, talking to him makes the process, I think, a little bit easier.
How far do you go back with DeMar?
I've always watched him play. Him being a little bit older than me, and been on the AAU circuit, and a big thing for us back in the day was trying to dunk, and that's something that DeMar can do really well as far as athleticism. So I've always watched him play.